Hello everyone, this is the JJ Movie TV Social Game Reviews. Right now, I'm doing the original TV show, episode 8, called River in Reverse. Interesting title, but I gotta say, what a great episode this was. I mean, seriously. Either this or episode 3, which is, I think, is called Tangled in the Blue, was my favorite episode of the original so far. This one, the sole purpose of this entire episode was basically confession. Okay, it starts off basically with Klaus being, his paranoid self, checking and want Rebecca to tell him what Marcel's thinking about. And here's the thing: Tyler filled everyone of Marcel's minions, his friends and family, that the backstory of him and Klaus, and what's going to be done about the baby, and to convince the others to kill the baby. Rebecca hears this, snaps Tyler's neck, and she and Marcel lock him up and put him in the garden. So Tyler is now in that little garden where he's basically just gonna bleed out, and he's gonna stay there for how many years until who knows. So the baby won't be in danger. Which I liked about Rebecca, that their army wasn't against the baby, it was against Klaus. Now here's the thing. They're gonna, when they put Klaus away, Marcel says it's gonna be for 52 years. Each year in the 1800s that Rebecca's lost because of Klaus. So they want to put him a good time so they can enjoy their moments together, and they could basically have happiness in life. Okay, there's been many, in this story, Klaus is showing so much. Joseph Morgan, the actor who portrays Klaus, is doing a great job as Klaus. He's showing every single emotion, good, bad, everything. He shows every single emotion. One with Camille. Camille is typewriting for Klaus' memoirs, but she is done typing for him because she says you're the architect of your own, basically, why you're alone. You're the reason why you're alone. Because you didn't trust your family, you keep stabbing in the back, and you become paranoid. He's the architect of, basically, why he's Klaus, and why he's bad, and all that stuff. So that's a great point that she made. Now, Klaus made it clear to the pastor that he wants Camille out of New Orleans. Not because he got pissed off for that, he actually admires her for that. But the thing is, though, Klaus wants her gone because he sees something in her. I'm guessing some way he sees Caroline, admiration, respect, but he doesn't want her to be a victim of this war between vampires and werewolves. So he convinces the pastor to try to convince your niece to get out, or I will compel her to get out. Okay, then there's the fight. Awesome ass fight. Klaus puts a coin up. Whoever picks up this coin will live. And the thing is, though, no one takes the coin. They're all totally devoted to Marcel. Marcel has a very loyal fan. Not fan base, but Marcel has a very loyal tribe of vampires, and they have everything. They're having chains, sticks, knives. There's around at least 60 vampires or more. But the thing is, though, with that there's a song like "Oh My God" or "Oh My Lord," something like that. Then it just has a song. They're beating him up. Klaus is using super speed, super punches. It's going really fast. All that, and when it looks like they finally have Klaus in chains and he's tied up, and it's really fast, this fight. But it's a great with the music in the background, and when it looks like he's gonna go down, and where Rebecca's holding the silver roll deck that could take her down. She just stares at Klaus, just waiting for it to happen. And the thing is, though, when Klaus' eyes, when he sits down, he looks up and his eyes are black. He has a hybrid color. She drops the freaking dagger, and Marcel oh shit. Then Klaus goes on a rampage. He's killing people. He sees blood all over him, and he will slowly get to Marcel. But Rebecca says, "Take the coin." He won't stop until he kills everyone. So Marcel takes the coin, swears allegiance to Klaus, and at the end, basically, another step back to Klaus was Marcel said that you taught me many things, and Klaus Michelson, but you never taught me love. Or loyalty and all that. That's something that you'll never get from this group of people. Because Klaus doesn't know about that. And that's the truth. And that's a big diss, but it was a great burn by Marcel. And Marcel's not going to get killed by Klaus. Klaus, whoever kept his word, whoever takes his corner shall live. But I'll go into what it looks like next week's episode, but looks like it's going to go good so far. Also, with Haley and Elijah. You see Elijah had a certain little thing for a witch named Celeste back in the day, and because of Klaus' antics of murdering people, he blamed on the witches for all that stuff, and people start killing witches, like burning witches and all that stuff, and she got killed in the tub, which I have a little problem with that, but it's okay. And it was interesting to see Elijah into another girl that didn't look like Elena Catherine, so I think we're all happy about that. And we also see, and he told Haley the reason why. Well, basically, they ain't gonna get close like that because he will not risk his happiness. He will not risk his in order to control his brother or his goal to get his brother salvation for his own happiness. That's why Elijah is devoted to that sense. But in a way, yes, but he is also blinded by love, just like Rebecca. Also, Haley we figure out another thing with the werewolves. Haley meets a family member, her name Eve, who basically had the same birthmark, except she has her burn. If you have that werewolf birthmark, you're royalty, and you better watch out in New Orleans for that. Again, Marcel killed most of the werewolves, basically, but the descendants, he reverses. So, only on a full moon will the wolves actually turn human into their human form. After that, they're complete wolves 24/7, so that's interesting. Another thing. Klaus's confession to his family members that he makes no excuse for his past sins. He has one dagger. He doesn't have no more. He could choose Elijah or Rebecca. He'd choose neither. He basically has a breakdown. He cries a little bit and he says that the one time you could have, what have I done lately to done anything to you? Which he hasn't really done anything to them. Besides the bite mark he did to Elijah, but he was pissed. That was because he was pissed off at Elijah because he questioned whether his rights to his child was pure. He wanted his child because he wanted the child, not because to make more hybrids. Elijah didn't believe him. He chose to believe in that side of his brother that he's known, and also because of Haley convinced him. Rebecca, she's tired of Klaus' antics of ruining her love life, but she keeps going with the same men that are going to bring this family down, or she conspires with the enemy, for God's sake. And that's why I get why Klaus is, and that he had his moments, he cried. He said he's going back to his home, he's taking Haley with him, and a baby, and he will not, well, basically, in a way, he doesn't want Elijah to father Klaus's child, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be left behind in a way. And Rebecca made a good point that we don't we don't go away from you. You drive us away, which Klaus said was true. But what has he done lately? Which is a great point. Even when he didn't do nothing, and like I said, I think the whole point of Klaus of his paranoia started at the beginning when Alexander and the hunters, when he basically wasn't doing nothing to Rebecca, but I say the first official time because that was the only time they had the daggers during that time was when Alexander, Rebecca's boyfriend, one of those hunters, daggered her, and it almost cost him, and he started 52 years of hallucination. Elijah only had 2 days of hallucination, and he almost went insane. He almost killed Haley until Haley's family member Eve dropped by. So Klaus started 52 years. He's paranoid in all that sense and all that stuff, but I'd say his family let him. The family started it, like they were gonna leave him in a way where basically they screwed the perch at the beginning, but it was not really their fault. They didn't really had no choice in that matter. And then Klaus got a little bit more paranoid and he started daggering them repeatedly. Then when he's trying to finally true redemption, they don't believe him. At the end, he's going back with Haley in New Orleans, and he gives the dagger, the only dagger, to Rebecca and Elijah. Basically, he doesn't care what they do anymore. He doesn't want to be around them. So he just gives them the dagger, leave them be. So that was a great episode. It was a phenomenal with Joseph Morgan acting. Daniel Gillis, the guy who plays Elijah, I was happy that he finally got something with another girl besides Elena and Catherine. Also, I don't know what's the thing with this hate for Camille or Cammy on the original show. Some people say she's like the April Young of Vampire Diaries. She is not. Okay, one, April was a useless character that did nothing. Camille, we only seen her in a couple episodes, and really, she's trying to figure out what happened to the death of her brother. She's trying to get through this in her own life, and it's just about aspect of, if you ever lost a loving family member, it's really hard, and you have to really, it's basically a very human story what Camille is. And then she finds out at the end that Klaus and Marcel were back in the time. So she knows that they're vampires and she knows there's something wrong right here. So that's going to be interesting. Next week's episode, I don't know what it's going to be about. Well, I know certain things. Klaus is basically rounding up all the werewolves in the bayou. He's going to find Haley's other family members and basically kill them all because he doesn't want no dreads. He already has Marcel in control, and you see like a little picture of them in the table, long table. He's like, let there be blood and all that stuff. Haley's trying to plead with Elijah and Rebecca to protect her family in the bayou, so this is going to be interesting. Could be Klaus versus family members again, and this is going to be really interesting. Tyler still locked them there. Maybe Caroline will come to, get Tyler out of there. But overall, what a great episode. This is called River Reverse. I wish I had a better title to make it more to this point, but it's a great episode. I cannot say if this is my favorite episode or is the episode 3 where basically episode 3 of the original is basically when Klaus and Rebecca were basically infiltrating Marcel's entire place, and it was awesome. Episode 2. So those two are my highlights right now. Other than that, this is the JJ Movie TV Social / Game Reviews. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe if you like. Disagree with me if you want. If you want to debate with me. I don't care. We'll have a good, as long as you respect me, I'll respect you. That's how it is with this reviews. I'm gonna respect you fully, and you can respect me fully. If you do, just you suck and all that stuff. Don't even leave a comment like that, stupid, because you're just degrading yourself as a human being. Alright, everyone, this is the JJ Movie TV / Game Reviews. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Bye-bye.